What is up, world? What is up, world? What is up, world? You are in tune to the Cowboys Global Cast, and you got your usual suspects, myself and Autumn the Aries. Autumn, what's good? How you doing?
No, what's up? Happy Monday. What's
Happy
going on?
Monday, man.
We're
Listen,
another week closer.
yeah, another week closer to some football. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic to just to be here and talk Cowboy football with you. I've been talking Cowboy football consequently all weekend, right? I've been talking it all weekend, not just regular football, but Cowboy football. I'm excited, man. I'm more excited about Cowboy football than I have been in recent years. Seriously.
That's
Seriously. I'm
I mean, same. I can definitely say the same. I think it's even just more like I'm excited, but it's just like I'm excited to see what we're gonna do. So
What's up, Chris, man? Good to have you here. He said, what's up, Martin? Autumn, DC4L, Dallas Cowboys for life. If y'all are confused at what that means, we'll help you later. Dallas Cowboys for life. Listen,
I
make sure that you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch so that when we go live, you will definitely get the notifications that we are in the building. We're about to get this show started, man, because I got some stuff that I want to get through. And of course, we're going to talk about the Tylers. Tyler Town equal Title Town. Listen, man, Tyler Town can equal Title Town. And I'm going to tell you why when we get back. Me and Autumn, we gonna discuss it, man. You know,
oh,
if you give us crumbs, we gonna mess around and make you a cake. That's what we do. That's what we do.
and
All
a
right.
break.
So we'll be right back with you. And Autumn, we are here. Look, so if you know anything about football, right? Anything about football, I will tell you all the time that your football team is only as good as the trenches. Your offense and your defensive line, only as good as them. Now, from the olden days, you had Lawrence Taylor, you had Derek Thomas, you had Reggie White, you had all of these prolific defensive ends. Bruce Smith, he was a defensive tackle, but he played defensive end, and they were just monsters. So you built your offensive line from your tackles in, right? From tackles to your center, back out to your tackle. It's not like that in today's NFL, right? You have next Trent Williams, McDuffie might have a couple of prolific. The guy over at Philadelphia, I forget his name. Is it Landon? I'll think of it. But anyway, he's a tackle, big tackle over in Philadelphia.
Mm.
Definitely, those are they're few and far between. The great tackles are few and far between in football because why? It's a different game, and now you see guard, center, guard. That's how you build your line. Why? Because you have these prolific quarterbacks who are great at sniffing out pre-snap reads, and they know where to go with the ball. So all you need to do is protect them up the middle so that they can step into the throw. That's why you have it like that. I can move good enough to where I can get away from what's happening on the left side and the right side. My blind side, you just have to not allow me to just get. You can't get beat on the first move. You know what I'm saying? That's just what that is, right? But Autumn, the
Mm.
original, the original success that we had in the '90s that everybody talk about is because of one
Take me
thing.
back. Take me back.
Yeah, it's because of one thing, Autumn, and that one thing is what?
That offensive line.
The
Hold it up for
offensive
Emmitt.
line.
Holding it up for Emmitt and crew.
Facts. And they called the offensive line the Great Wall, right? Who was on the Great Wall, Audie?
So we had Mark Toon. Is it Tooney? Is that how you say his last name?
Mark Tuinei.
Tuinei. Mark Tuinei at tackle. We had Nate Newton at guard. We had Mike Stepnoski at center.
Stepnoski, yep.
Stepnoski at center. We had Kevin Gogan at guard and Eric Williams at the other tackle.
Yeah, Larry Allen. Put Larry Allen in there because he surpassed all them other guys. Larry Allen was the guy. You know what I'm saying? They were tough. They were physical. They played with attitude. They played together. They imposed their will on defenses. And because of that, guess what? Guess what happened because they were who they were, right? Let's talk. Let's talk.
Did we got a Super Bowl or something out of that?
Yeah, we got a couple. And guess what? Guess what? Emmitt Smith became the all-time leading rusher. That's the Great Wall. That's the original Great Wall. That's who we have right there. These guys were phenomenal. Okay, and I mean it's crazy to think about it because like I said, we don't even have to give averages, right? We just know that Emmitt Smith had 18,000 yards. Nobody's catching that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Emmitt over the weekend, right? Over on one of the other stations that you guys have.
Yeah, Emmitt Smith had 18,000 yards. Yes, Larry Allen was a beast. He was a manimal. He was a mound of a man. And real talk, he was our guy, right? So you fast forward a little bit, and we'll step forward. The next we had the Great Wall 2.0.
No. Mm-hmm.
Right? And that one included, Autumn, tell us who the Great Wall 2.0 included.
Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Ron Leary, and Doug Free.
Man, and when we think about the Great Wall 2.0, what's the biggest thing that I think about? First of all, Dez caught it. I just have to say it all the time. Dez caught it, and this guy right here with the ball, Demarco Murray, rushed 4.7 yards per carry. 4.7. Had 700-yard rushing games in that season, right? If the boy just could have held on to the dang football, we went. Never mind. I'm upset.
Bring it on back. Let's bring it on back. That's Black history. Let's bring it on back.
I'm so upset. I just every time I see DeMarco Murray, I think about it. It just hurts my feelings. It hurts my heart, right? So this group brought us back as far as we played bully ball with them, right? Like I said, 7 100-yard games. That's important, right? That's 700 yards rushing. If you had 7 100-yard games, you got 10 more, right? What are you doing there with the other 10, right? It's crazy. They controlled the line of scrimmage. They made life easier for the quarterback, Tony Romo. They made life easier for the people who were taking snaps behind Tony Romo, which eventually became Dakota Rain Prescott, right?
That's my quarterback.
Right. So now, Autumn, we've got these new guys. We've got the Tylers, right?
The three T's.
The 3 T's. We've got Tyler Guyton, Tyler Smith, and Tyler Booker, right? And to go along with these guys, we got Cooper Beebe and Terrence Steele. Cooper Beebe's in the middle of this picture, if you didn't know. Cooper Beebe looks really, really cool. I could not put Cooper in it. He kind of balanced the picture out. So I had to put Cooper in it. I'm sorry. He's not a Tyler, but he's Cooper, Autumn, these guys, to me, and because of this, they have 2026. They got me hyped. They got me so hyped because these 3 are the nucleus of a brand new Great Wall. They're the nucleus of a brand new Great Wall. You have Tyler Smith, who's definitely an all-pro. You have Tyler Guyton, who's working his way. I mean, like I've told you so many times before, he's just learning how to play this position. The guy's about to be an all-pro. I guarantee it. He's going to be an all-pro. If not this year, give him 2 more. The boy's going to be an all-pro. right? And then you have Cooper Beebe, who's gonna be an All-Pro, and Tyler Booker looks the All-Pro right now. It's just mean, he's nasty. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
No, though, how do you feel like this line is going to compare to a Great Wall or a Great Wall 2.0? Like what are the similarities? Like what do you think the similarities are? Hey,
Oh,
coach.
hey, what's up, Coach? How you doing, man? Shout out to you. Like, I'm glad you asked that, right? Because you look at Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith, his body type, his architecture looks just like Tyler Guyton, right? So you see that. Zach Martin, Tyler Smith looks a lot like Zach, right? Zach was phenomenal because he never got holding calls. He did his job. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think he only gave up 2 to 3 sacks in his whole career. That's what Zach Martin was all about, right? And then you had Travis Frederick, who ended up retiring early because of neck concerns, neck issues. But I'm gonna tell you, listen, he was a dog. And when you look at these guys, Cooper Beebe reminds me a lot of Travis, right? Super cerebral, super smart. He's the quarterback of that line. And definitely, when you look at it, the athletic prowess of this line rivals that line. And let's go back to the original Great Wall. Larry Allen was just a monster. He wanted to just snuff you out like a bad fire, like a forest fire. You know what I'm saying? Just want to just pound you to the ground. Who does that remind you of? Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith he has a mean streak. He's nasty.
That's what they need to have, though.
Absolutely. So when you think about it, and that's a great question, Autumn, a great question. So when you think about it, this is why I see those guys compare and contrast. And these guys make it easier for somebody like Dakota Rain Prescott. And imagine this. Autumn, if you remember, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and I was telling you, if a defense has to commit 8 to the box now, guess what you're doing? You're making George Pickens be one-on-one with his man and CeeDee Lamb be one-on-one. No defense can survive that.
No, not for real.
You can't survive that. So if we're playing bully ball, and that's why it's important, because remember, you and I were talking about having R&B too, RB too, right?
Right.
Yeah, not R&B. Yeah, it's music, but
right.
Yeah. So that's why, Autumn.
That's what we was talking about, Jadon Blue.
Yeah. So you did the piece on Jadon Blue. Really good piece. If y'all ain't seen that, you need to go back and check it out. Autumn be dropping these jewels for y'all, and you need to check it out, man. I'm telling you. But honestly, Autumn, if you have a line that's that dominant and that can become dominant, you take over games. You close out games. You make sure that, when we get to the 1 yard line, we ain't doing none of this, I'm going to throw a fade here. I'm going to throw. No.
We know exactly what we're doing when we get up to the line. We know exactly what's going to happen. Yeah.
And they know what's going to happen. And we're going to run it down their throat. That is what that is. They're good, and they got a running back that only needs a gap to run through. This year will be better. Absolutely. So, Autumn, when you think of this line, what other is there anything else that you're thinking of that I may have missed? Talk to me about. I know I didn't mention Nate Thomas and Terrence Steele, but both of them are there. But how do you feel about this line as a whole?
Honestly, like, listening to you compare them to the originals, also, again, last season, we know this whole offense was great. So, we bring it back. Most people, I'm optimistic about it. I'm 100% optimistic about it. I am very big on having that set offensive line, because y'all know my college team had an issue. Okay, we had an issue. And I know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what it's like to have one and to not have one. So I
Facts.
mean, we got too many weapons already. We got all the weapons. We have every pieces in place. I don't see a problem with the offense at all.
Right. So when we're thinking about, and I'm so excited about the players and the continuity, and we talked about this last week, the chemistry,
Mm-hmm.
right? That all of the Tylers, I mean, the heck, they're doing commercials together. They love each other. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
ain't
mean,
seen what commercial they all.
yeah, they were on the schedule commercial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did a schedule commercial with that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and they were hanging out together. If you check their IG, you could see pictures of them all just hanging out. They're at each other's wedding. You know what I'm saying? They're just out here hanging out with each other, being a part
Bond,
of life. You know what I'm saying? They're doing life together outside of football.
right?
Yeah. But so, like I said, not just the players, the coaches.
Coaches, absolutely.
Clayton Adams has me freaking excited. Why am I excited? Last year, we rushed for 89.4 yards a game. Now, I need to improve, but 80 yards a game in 17, do the math. You know what I'm saying? 90 yards a game in 17, you do the math. We had a 1,000-yard rusher, and that's minus sacks. You got to think about it. Dak was getting sacked sometimes, and we lose 10, 15 yards. We did that minus sacks, right?
And that's without a true RB2.
Come, Autumn, talk to him.
I done caught up. You know what I'm saying? I done caught up, y'all.
Yeah. So it's if we 89.4 yards a game, and that was because my guy was dang dead dog tired. We riding his back like a Shetland pony for the whole game. You know what I'm saying? And it's just ridiculous. But if you think about it, his reputation, Clayton Adams, his reputation has always been tied to physical football. What else, Autumn?
So, again, like you said, he's good at building the offensive lines. He's good at building the running attacks. He's good at building the identity of the offensive lines, and that's has a cohesive offensive line with the running backs as well. And you can just check the numbers, like you said, 89 yards rushing. He got a good resume. He done been around. You know what I'm saying? He was with the Cardinals, where in 2020, 23 to 24, where he there was 139 rushing yards per game, 5 yards per carry. So I think he's pretty solid. He was with the Colts before that, 149.
And get this, they didn't have some crazy. They had James Conner running the ball. They didn't have a star. They didn't have Saquon Barkley over there, right?
Right.
It was James Conner running the ball.
And that's I sometimes I feel like we don't talk enough about coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we don't talk enough about like the development that coaches bring and the actual like the teaching. There's always something to learn. So if you have a student that's willing to learn, all they're going to do is get better. All they're going to do is retain great information as long as you're giving them great information, right? So to see what he did before with Arizona, to see what he did with Indianapolis, again, optimistic. Like, there's no other way but up here.
Right. And hey man, when you can do a MacGyver, James Conner's MacGyver. You took a pack of bubble gum and some you know what I'm saying, paper clips, put them together and made magic. You know what I'm saying? I mean, honestly, and go ahead with what he do with Indianapolis in 2021.
So he was a tight ends coach, but he was heavily involved with the running game. 149.4 rushing yards per game, 5.5 yards per carry, which are not average numbers. Like this was a good guy.
and guess what? Guess who he had in the backfield at that moment? Jonathan freaking Taylor. That's Jonathan Taylor, right? So when you got a dog, you see what he does with a dog. 149.4 with a dog, woo, 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 with an animal. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does with an animal. You give him an animal, he'll take you to that next place, right? And that's what I'm saying. We have to think logically when we're sitting and people are like, well, here go the Cowboys, same old cow. No, it's not.
No.
No, it's not.
I mean, some things have changed, guys, on both sides of the ball. And what's funny is, according to last year, we was already up on the offensive side of the ball. So it's not the same old Cowboys that you guys have seen for the past, 10, 20 years. It's
different. Say it, 20 years. And Autumn, I'm going to say something. You did a great piece on Jadon Blue, and I keep telling everybody to go back and check that out. But imagine if Phil Maffa or Jadon Blue, either one of them, if Javonte goes for 1K and either one of them go for over 600 yards.
All Blue, like, again, he said he locked in. So all I can do is believe the young man. Like, all it takes is just that next step, right? That's the missing piece. That was the missing piece, right? That was the missing piece. I mean, of course, we got to make sure defense out here makes some stops. But again, I'm not wholeheartedly worried about them either. Again, we won't know until it's time. But yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like I'm saying, if you get anything from RB2, anything, now defenses have to pay attention to the running game. And George Pickens is going to eat them for breakfast. Flo is going to eat them for breakfast. Fergie is going to eat them for breakfast.
About to be real nasty out here.
It's going to look ugly. And then
real nasty.
And I'm going to tell you, Dak is a man. He's a man in play action football. So if you start getting the running game working and now Dak can play action you to death, oh, man, he's going to work you. He's going to just get you down the field. Just back. We
get the 3 T's holding it up.
And then it is what it is. Then it is what it is. I have, like I said, coaching is the great balancing act because everybody in the league has talent. They're the top 1% of the top 1% playing. Okay. Coaching just is the separator. It will separate everything from everybody. And I'm saying, man, you can't guard a CeeDee Lamb one-on-one. You can't guard a George Pickens one-on-one. You can't do it. So you're going to have to commit 2 people to each one. Remember, we said this. We don't have running back. We don't have wide receiver 1A, 1B. We got 2 A's, 2 1s. Mm-hmm. We got 2 1s. George Pickens is a 1. CeeDee Lamb's a 1. So we got 2 1s. So if you give 4 men for 2 men, right, we already got the numbers advantage.
It's already a wrap.
We got the numbers advantage because all we'll tell them to do is keep running. And what we're going to do is beat the rest of these guys, beat these 9 guys with so no. So if this four guys, we have 9 guys still, right? Because it's 11 on the field and there's 4 of them gone. So there's 7. So our 9 against their 7, the math don't math in they for them. It don't math. I'll take that number all day.
Because there's still other people to cover as well. So,
but then not only that, Autumn, because we're gonna start just beating you to death with the running game. I mean, like I said, if we have 9 guys in the box and you only have 7, you better hope that somebody on that 7 is Superman, and they make plays that because if not, we're just gonna eat up yardage and eat up clock. And that's the thing about a good running game. A good running game will eat up yardage, it will eat up clock, and it will protect your quarterback.
Mm-hmm. And it runs you down. Like it runs. Who wants to keep going through that? They'll run it through the middle of the line like that. Like it can wear you down. It can wear you down.
It will wear you down. Autumn, you said that right. A good running game will wear an efficient defense down, and they're gonna crack. They're
No matter
gonna
how
break.
they are. Like,
Yeah, and I don't think, again, when we talk about the Great Wall in the very beginning, or when we talk about the Great Wall 2.0, these were guys who went about their business, man, and they made the Cowboys a great football team.
mhm.
They made it a great football team, and you had Dez Bryant on one side, and in with the Great Wall 2.0, you know what I'm saying, and Patrick Creighton. You really didn't have, like, I mean, Patrick. Oh, okay, he's all right. You know what I'm saying? Miles Austin. Okay, he's all right. You know what I'm saying? But
Awesome.
you, you didn't have a you didn't have a George Pickens and a CeeDee Lamb.
At the same time.
No, you had a Michael Irvin and Alvin Harper and a Kevin Smith. You didn't have a George Pickens and a CeeDee Lamb. You didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we had a Jay Novacek, and we had uh why am I, Cowboy fans is gonna get me, man.
You know, I
The
don't care.
other tight end, our other tight end, Jason Witten. We had a Jason Witten. We had a Jay Novacek. We had a great one, right? But we still have Fergie. And Lord, Michael Trigg, if he get anything from Michael Trigg, we're gonna be all right. Again, like I said, Autumn, just so you know, Autumn. So there's four formations called 12 formations and 13 formations. Anytime you hear 12, you got more tight ends than wide receivers on the field. 13, same thing. You got more tight ends than wide receivers on the field. And we run out of that a lot, but we also pass out of that a lot. Because you got Brevin Spanford, you got Fergie, and now Michael. Listen, I'm telling you, Clayton Adams is gonna have this line right. He's gonna have this line right, and he's our co-offensive coordinator. And I'm excited to see what him and Shotty are cooking right now in the kitchen. Chris Sawyer said, can't cover the wideouts one-on-one. And if by chance you do, we got tight ends and backs coming out. See, we didn't even talk about, Autumn talked about that earlier. Autumn, tell him about Jadon Blue in the passing game.
Listen, again, Jadon Blue, he said he came out and said, look, last season I was not focused. I was not all there. I am taking accountability for that. But this season, I'm coming for this number 2 spot, and it's up. That's basically what I heard from. That's how I heard it. You know what I'm saying? So if we get, like you said, if we get that RB2, even if it's not him, but we get that RB2 to do what needs to be done, just like Chris said, there's too many people to guard. There's not they don't have enough bodies for that. Like there's not enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
And Jadon Blue coming out of the backfield at 4-3 is just scary. Yeah, that's scary.
Can be if he lock in. If he
Yeah.
lock in,
Yeah, you put him one-on-one on a linebacker, who's winning that? Jadon Blue, right? So
he got to lock in.
I mean, and we haven't even talked about Cavante Turpin. Like I said, we barely talked about Ryan Flournoy. We Trayshawn Holden, wide receiver. These are all wide receivers that we have, and of course, we signed MVS Stonehands. Van Der Scoutlin. He's here, right? And he's a Cowboy. I just, and of course, a lot of these are camp bodies. But I'm just telling you, if Clayton Adams' record speaks for itself, you know, and the Tylers become the Tylers equals Title Town. You know what I'm saying? Tylers are gonna equal Tyler Town. This is how Tylers equal Title Town. Excuse me, I can't even talk. But like I said, we just kind of showed you how and why. We just kind of showed you how and why.
Like at this point, it's the only thing that makes sense. You know, like success is the only thing that makes sense with this type of offense. It's the only, like there's no failure here. There can't be with the coaches and or the players. There's will mistakes be made? Yes, but like you said, His resume speaks for itself. Clayton
D-
Adams.
Clayton Adams' resume speaks for itself. And like I said, you got it's just like Norm. Norm was a dog in the 90s, right? Clayton is that guy who works symbiotic with Shoddy. And like I said, he's tough, he's physical. You know, you like I said, Nate Tom, we're 7 deep on the line. We're 7 deep, right? We only need 5 spots. Your right tackle, left guard, right guard, center, right? We're
Mhm.
7 deep. We got 7 reliable guys in rotation. We straight.
Because
And
depth matters. Depth matters.
depth matters. And I didn't even count. We haven't even talked about Shelton, the rookie from Penn State. We haven't even talked about him. We didn't even talk about one of the pickups, Shaughnessy, in from free agency. I mean, we got people. We got people. And I just hope, my hope, and then we'll get to our parting shots real quick, Autumn. But my hope is that it'll translate on the field this year. That's my hope. That Clayton Adams will go back to what we saw from Arizona in 23-24. You know what I'm saying? If that happens, you're gonna see a happy camper out of Ahmad, man. But anyway, give me your parting shots, Autumn.
So first of all, first and foremost, why I feel like I was the only one that didn't know that Jason Witten was coaching at Oklahoma. Did you know that?
I didn't know if he moved to college. He was coaching high school for a while,
Right.
coaching
He's
the son.
he just got picked up this year at Oklahoma to coach tight end. So shout out to Jason Witten.
Oklahoma State or Oklahoma the Sooners?
Oklahoma, the Sooners, I think.
Man, I sure hate that I'm gonna have to dislike him, but that's fine.
I think it's Oklahoma Sooners. I think so.
You know, I want all the bad things in life to happen to the Sooners and only the Sooners. But go ahead.
So, but anywho, I had to get that out of the way. So, parting shots. A strong offensive line is important. I mean, it's just again, I've seen a not so strong offensive line, and it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare when you have all of these weapons that can't do their job because the offensive line is falling apart.
Come on, man.
And it's a nightmare. Like we don't want this. You can have the most accurate quarterback. You can have, somebody who can run as fast as whoever. You can have somebody that can do all of these things, make all these great catches. But if you don't have a line that is protecting somebody like Dak, we might as well just throw the whole team away. So I'm excited to see what these guys are gonna do. I'm gonna start calling them 3T because Tyler Town and all that is a tongue twister. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is. It is 3T. I like that too.
Call them 3Ts and the other guys. You know what I'm saying? So we in it. We in it. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Definitely. My guy popped in here, man. JC Cowboys Network. This is my dude, man. That is my dude. He does some of the best cut ups in Cowboy land for real. When he does a player evaluation, it's thorough. It's thorough. You got to sit down and watch it. If you ain't, I'm telling you, Autumn, you got to sit down and watch it. But my thing is, like I said, and I'll say it again, man, when it comes down to it, Tyler Town equals Title Town. And like I said, we went through this. Just so I'm going to give you a brief synopsis. The Great Wall. We know what the Great Wall was. Nate Newton, Mark Stepnoski, Mark Tuinei, Eric Williams, who was probably the best on that line, and you had Larry Allen there. Larry Allen was an all-pro, all-generation gold jacket guy, but if Eric Williams don't get hurt, he is that dude. And what did that equal out to? Emmitt Smith and 18,000 yards. That's what that entered out to, right? Then you had the Great Wall 2.0, right? You had the Great Wall 2.0 with Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Ronald Leary, Doug Free. And then guess what? Behind that line, 4.7 yards a carry, 700-yard rushing games. And I can't even look at Demarco Murray because I keep thinking about him fumbling in the Green Bay game. It's on my nerves. It hurts my feelings. If he doesn't fumble, Dez not catching it or Dez caught catching it wouldn't have even mattered. But anyway, like I said, now you got the 3 T's and the other guys, like you
He did
said.
what he needed to do to get us there. Like, I mean, that
I,
counts for something, I guess.
it counts for something, but guess what? It is what it is. I mean, but that's only horseshoes and hand grenades where it counts. But like I said, with Clayton Adams running this offense, with Clayton Adams and his outside running schemes, his bully ball mentality, and you got the players that love to play bully ball. You got you got Tyler Smith. You have who he's a bully all by himself. You have Tyler Booker, who's a bully, a bigger bully. He might be a bigger bully than Tyler Smith, and both of them are just bullies, right? And then you got Cooper Beebe, who's a man child, right? And then you have Tyler Guyton, who I believe is going to be an All-Pro, right? And then over there, Terrence Steele. Or here's something that I didn't say, and this is my parting shot. What if, just what if, Cowboy Nation, we take Tyler Guyton, flip him back over to right tackle where he played in college, and take Nate Thomas and put him in left tackle? That's a problem. That's a problem. I like that. I like it. I think it would be super dope if we did it, right? But who knows? You know, I don't know.
They might be considering it. You never know.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, I'll still say Tyler Guyton is going to be an All-Pro at his position. Just give it time. You know what I'm saying? Just give it time. I will say, man, I'm looking forward to this offensive line. They're young. They're young. They've only been.
I got a question though.
Yes.
What did they look like when it came down to penalties? Like, what did that look like last season?
I have to look the direct numbers up, but the only person that was getting penalties was Tyler Guyton. And I think, look at this. Big year for Guyton, bro. Absolutely. I feel it. Tyler was hurt. What most people don't know is he dealt with a high ankle sprain for a long time last year. You know what I'm saying? He is fully healthy. And if you see his body, the transformation that this young man is making, you know what I'm saying? And him and Lane, the boy from Philadelphia, that's why I don't even commit his name, Lane something. Him and Lane went and worked out at Oklahoma, and you could tell they're next to each other. And I'm like, wow, okay, these guys are phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Are phenomenal. They looking good.
So he's healthy. He's healthy, and that means we shouldn't have too many penalties. I mean, it's gonna happen, but you know,
Lane Johnson, and I mean, again, there's only a couple of elite tackles, and like I said, I've told people earlier in the show, I told them exactly this: the old days in offensive lines, the tackles where they built offensive lines from the tackles in. This day in this current NFL, this dispensation of the NFL, they're building from the guard to guard, center, guard. You can win a Super Bowl with an effective 3-man unit right there. But we got 4. And like I said, I like Nate Thomas. Nate Thomas is good. Terrence Steele may be the only weak link, but I'm counting on this year him being made better because I think Clayton Adams is going to coach him up, right? Okay. And every show I'm going to mention BT Jordan. Jordan is an asset.
I was waiting.
BT Jordan is an asset, man. That's my final shot. BT Jordan's an asset. I thank Cowboys for picking him up. You know what I'm saying? Because he's an asset. We need him. But, man, that's it, man. We appreciate you guys for rocking with us and spending some time with us on this Monday night, myself and Autumn. Man, we love it. We're going to continue to keep rocking out, bringing this content to you. Man, make sure that you like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube and Twitch so when we go live. Autumn, you also have channels. I need for you to make sure that you share those at the end of the show so everybody can tap in with you.
Hey, I don't have no problem doing that. Listen. Y'all can find me at Autumn the Aries everywhere. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Autumn the Aries. I am on Instagram. I am on TikTok. I do lots of reels and shorts and some long form content. I am overall a college football content creator. So if you like college football and you like college football to hear about college football year round, please subscribe to my channels. I talk about the UFL. I met Maud. He said, come do this Cowboys thing with me because you're a Cowboys fan. And he kind of dragged me to do it because I didn't know if I was going to watch the Cowboys again this year. Although I am a diehard Cowboy fan, I needed a break. It was toxic. It was getting toxic around here. So I'm back into the relationship with the Dallas Cowboys. I am happy to be here. I am happy that I'm going to actually be sitting down on a Sunday and watching these games and being able
to
do it on Monday and talk to you guys about it. And, you know, he's got me up to date. I know what's going on. And I'm excited about it. But yes, go ahead and subscribe to all of my stuff, Autumn the Aries everywhere. My it's called As a Fan of College Football. That's my whole little brand. So
yeah, man. And again, like I said, thank you for rocking with us. We're gonna get out of here. We'll holler at you. Same bad time, same bad channel. Peace.